This is probably the most cliche way possible to start this video, but you gotta believe in yourself, bro. You have to believe in yourself. If I were to ask you this question, what would your answer be? Do you think right now, if you just became completely obsessed with one specific person, you just became completely obsessed with being, I don't know, the next best basketball player. If you just randomly became 100% obsessed with being that person, do you think you could be that person? If you said anything other than yes, you're not going to be successful. And I can say that without any guilt because this is the most common trait amongst those who are successful. They always have this underlying sense of borderline delusional self-belief. People who are ridiculously successful truly believe that they can be anything. And it's not just like a pipe dream. They say and live their beliefs. So how can you expect to be said successful person if you yourself don't believe you can be that successful person? It's easy to say this as well, it's easy to say to believe in yourself, it's easy to do all that, but it's harder to actually do it. I suffer from this a lot. Like my mind sometimes goes to some places where it's hard to drag self-belief from that area. But every single time I've had those thoughts, I've always managed to find some self-belief. It's always there. It's always there. There's never been a time it hasn't been there. I don't see it ever going. I believe I can do anything, be anything. I know it. I've lived it. I've built this physique from nothing. How could I ever not believe that I could do the exact same thing with another endeavor? How can I not be the best self-improvement YouTuber on YouTube, on this platform? I've gone from zero to something before, so how can I not do it again? How can you not do it again? How can you not believe that you can do it for the first time? Self-belief is, like I said, it's easier said than done. It's not something you can just expect to have. It's something you have to force upon yourself. Because most of us, we're self-hating. We are insecure little creatures, to put it bluntly. We have so many vices that we project upon ourselves that nobody else sees. And that breaks down our self-belief because it blinds it. It puts a shield in front of it which we can't get past because we are so held down by these imaginary vices and imaginary beliefs. I'm never going to be good at this thing. Why? Well, because yesterday I couldn't even get up 30 minutes early. So how can I expect to be the best YouTuber if I can't even wake up? You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy as it sounds. You've got to build belief. You've got to build belief in yourself. That's hard. Building belief, building indestructible belief within yourself. I can't even think, I've not even done that yet, but I know for a fact that if I had that, I wouldn't find it a struggle to reach the goals which I want to reach. But I'd like to say that I have a significant amount of self-belief, but I know that there are still walls I need to pass, challenges I need to face, which can reinforce it. I think everyone has it. You never stop having challenges. You only get more. The more challenges you have, the more success you're gonna get. I mean, it's hard for me to say that with wholehearted truth because, I face a lot of challenges and sometimes it doesn't feel like I ever really truly get over them. But maybe that's a matter of perspective. Maybe I have gotten over a portion of them, but I'm just not self-aware enough to realize I have. But self-belief, you can completely ignore the challenge altogether. You can work through it, you can see it as a positive. You can see it as a positive even before it becomes apparent that it is. So, it's a special thing, man, and it's a gift. It really is a gift. If you're not even believing in yourself, how can you expect anybody else to believe in you? How can you expect to garner a following, garner people who trust and want to be around you? If you can't even trust and show up for yourself, keep that in mind. Just some food for thought. But yeah, this is gonna be a little short video. You know, I just wanna put my thoughts out here. You know, see if anyone can relate to them, as I usually do. I say that like it's something different, but it's literally my whole channel. But it's, yeah, just some food for thought. And it's just something I feel like everyone needs to hear sometimes, because you're not always saying it to yourself. I feel like if you reminded yourself of your goals all the time, you probably have all the self-belief you need. So hopefully this can be a reminder to you. You know, you genuinely can do whatever you want. As cliche as it sounds, you can go to the moon, bro. You can be the next Neil Armstrong. You can touch down where no human has ever touched down before. Everyone here is unique in their own way. They have their own talent, they have their own reason for being, but you're not gonna find it until you start believing you will. So yeah, just give it time, bro. You'll find exactly what you want. But yeah, that's everything from me. I've been Cyrus. Hopefully you can take some advice, use it in your life. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Don't be a vape puffing nerd.